Welcome back to DinoBlade. So Team Spino seems to have made an update here. The music's going to cut out a little bit, but let me read what they added in if you give me a second here. What did they add in? This was the update from January 29th. There we go, updated demo build. What did they add in? Some of the main changes are there is now a new intro. They added a toggle for the floating damage numbers, so we can turn that off and on as we see fit. I'm probably going to keep it on. Supposedly there are now new summons. There are now some environmental changes, so running no longer takes stamina, and now there's also numbers for when you use an ability to show the timer of your cooldown, instead of having to depend on what it's looking like on the sigil. So it looks to be primarily just a quality of life update. And we are going to go ahead and check out this version here. We are going to be starting a whole new game. Here we go. When flesh failed, we bound ourselves to the blade. Oof. All right, yeah, that audio still needs work. Ugh. Do I just turn sound effects down when we get into a pause menu? Okay, let's pause. Let's go to the options here. Audio, master volume, effects volume. Let's turn you down just a wee bit here because Jesus. And there's still no incremental. Oh my God. Oh, okay, now it works. I'm gonna turn those down to 25. All right. Oh, yeah, no, hold on. They gotta, in my opinion, they gotta adjust that a little bit. All right. Ooh. Ooh. Let's fucking go! Ain't touching that thing that needs me.
Fragile body.
Ooh.
Yet still clinging on to life.
I can't adjust anything.
Step forward if you wish to live.
They have voice actors. They have voice actors. I am so goddamn mad, though. God damn it. Soulbind. All right, bet. Let's go. Ooh. Ho ho, so you're approaching me. Okay, hold A to block, timer block right before. Where's my attacks? Why am I not able to attack? Oh, it's forcing me to block. Okay. Ah. There we go. Okay, blocking and attacking consumes stamina. When stamina is depleted, blocking will fail. That makes sense. Alright, that's fair. I needed to die at least once. Okay, do I start all the way? Okay, can I go now? Oh yeah, they really updated a lot of things. Okay, I think I have to rebind my controls. Hold on here. Alright. I like the starting area. Ooh, okay. Okay, so far starting area is pretty much the same. That's nice. It's not too shabby. Alright. Team Spino, I'm sorry guys, you need to have your effects all grouped into one volume control. So that way, you know, even if it's cutscenes, even if it's just touching the saving stones or whatever these are called, please, for the love of God, group all your effects under the same volume toggle. I was about to ask, does this seem dark to anyone else? A little too dark? Hold left trigger to channel your power. Okay. It is a bit dark. Okay, so it's not just me. Alright, well. Okay, Team Spino, you see what I mean right here? If you're gonna have an effects volume toggle, group all of your effects and ambience together. Otherwise, make a separate ambience toggle and effects toggle for cutscenes. I couldn't hear my attackers, but I can hear this waterfall just fine. So Team Spino, please, for the love of God. Alright, graphics, virtual shell type, blah blah blah. Window mode, borderless, resolution scale. Oh. There we go, AMD. There we go. Turn the brightness up. By the way, how's the brightness looking here? Because right around here, this is where it started, right? Does 3.0 work for everybody? Do you think? Let's take a look around with this. It does look a little washed out, I will admit. But at least I can see everything. What the hell happened here? Habla Inglés, please. Hey! Thank you, Joe. God, okay. Alright, I need to make notes of this, and I'll probably do that while I'm editing this down. First and foremost, grouping certain effects together, like ambience, enemy sounds, cutscenes, cutscene effects. Those have to be done. Those have to be grouped together in their own volume toggles. Second criticism that I think would make good for a quality of life update is, for the love of God, don't automatically change the language, or if you do, have a revert timer. Or a way to confirm, hey, you sure you want to change this to Spanish? You're going to get confused as all hell if you do, if you speak English. Okay, so volume toggles, volume sliders for individual groupings of effects, language confirmation dialogue. Son of a bitch. Yeah. Language confirmation dialogue, definitely. So far, though, this is still good. Wait, revert? Hold up. Graphics. Back. There we go. God damn it. Okay, so far, I think this version of the demo is basically going to play similarly to the first iteration, which I don't mind. I need to practice these anyway. Ow. Ow. Come on. Alright, let's continue. Yeet! Yeet! There we go. I got that little bit of experience. Oi! No! Another death! Son of a bitch! Oh well. Hi, friendly. Come here. There we go. Yeah, like I said, if you're right on top of your enemies, you can hear them, barely. Alright, let's grab this experience orb real quick. Refill our heals, and then... let's turn that back up a little bit. Ooh, hello. I'm so very happy that this game still runs so smoothly with such high quality. Then again, for this rig being Noodle's former War Room rig, oh, she party. Alright. If I recall correctly, your name is Kira. Kira the Exile. Alright. That's what I thought. Come here, bitch. Alright, there's death number 1. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so I can't get those yet. See, here's what I think would be nice, in my opinion, is if they had, like, proper descriptions for these as well. That's not a critique. You don't have to worry about writing that one down, Fennec. But what I would like to see is a description of, like, resonance and stamina makes sense. So let's actually bump up stamina just a little. Oh, too much. What? What? Can I have just 100, please? And then damage, we're gonna bump you a lot more. Okay. I know I need a shield, but the problem is I don't actually. Yeah, let's see how that works. Hang on. There we go. Okay, that makes more sense to me. Let's jump. Let's dodge still. Perfect. You. Okay. I think I can do this now. Yeah, I think I can do this now. Alright, that is Kira in, what was it, 2 tries? That was Kira in 2 tries, yeah? Boss souls you've absorbed will answer your call. Really? Okay, so now... Really? Character page. Yep, okay. I think the Alpha Roar might be my best shot right now. Left trigger roar. Okay. Don't have that much soul power right now. Nice, nice. Okay. So far, we are making pretty decent time. I am doing a lot of exploring like I did in the last one. But sometimes exploration can be worth it. Okay, unblockable attacks. When an enemy's weapon glows red, I cannot block it, so I must dodge it, if at all possible. Hello, Axe. Good to see you again, jackass. Come here. Ooh. Ah, okay. Time for bullying or being bullied. Good luck. Thank you. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get. Alright, stage 1 is easy. Which stage 2 wreck's gonna be? A jackass. That's what it's gonna be. Okay. I have to adjust my posture. Do a little bit of a stretch here. Because this was the larger part of the grind in the back. In the first demo. Wait. Alright. Here we go! Alright, let's see here, people. No, I had him. I had him. Oh, God. If I just, like, dodged 2 frames earlier, I would have had him. Okay, downside, I don't think my summons are working. I don't think my summons are working. Oh, they are now. Son of a bitch. Okay, that's 4. And here comes the grind. Oh boy. No, 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 no. What the shit happened? Hold on, give me a minute. Something went fucky. I didn't break it. I think the game broke itself. I'll just go ahead and let it kill me. Or I could just Alt F4. Hold on a moment, peeps. On the feedback, bug fix, please. Yeah, Fennec, if you're still with us, if you'd be willing, there's apparently a pause menu bug, or rather an attribute menu bug, where sometimes it will allow movement of the character when it's not allowed to. Yeah. There's a pause menu or an attribute menu bug where I guess if you time it just right, the attribute menu will stay up, but you can't see anything and your character becomes active. So we are restarting the game. I think it basically soft locked is what happened. I got him. I got Axe. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Oh, that was a scary fucking battle, dude. Oh, Jesus. Oh. But significantly less attempts than last time. Last time I went up against Axe, it took, I think, 13 rounds. Kira at the time took 6. Axe took 13. And if I recall correctly, the next boss took me like 26 tries. It took me over an hour to beat them. So, yeah, let's see where we go from here, shall we? Okay. Press right stick to skip. Oh, somebody did listen to the critique. All right. All right, big man. Let's see what you got. Nope. Oh, okay. Okay. Nope. Eh. Hi, big man. Nope. No. Oh, that's bullshit. He still tracks you. But I got him to phase 2 first try. So I think we're about to beat the shit out of him. Let's see if I can beat this motherfucker again. And let's see if I can do it faster than an hour and a half. Oi! Oh, nope. Yes! The 1 HP savior does it again! Or in this case, 36 HP. Ooh! Ooh, I did it. Ooh. All I had to do was lock the fuck in, and I did it. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie. If the demo is this fun, even with all the death and all the rage and all that jazz, if it is this fucking fun, again, Team Spino, Gene, you guys have a fantastic fucking thing coming. You really do. I cannot wait for the full release on this one. All right. Let us march forward. 1,000. 1,100 XP. Good God. And I still had one more heal left, too. What the shit? Just my luck, eh? And again, while it wasn't caught last time on the recording, on the archive, and now it's going to be on the archive, at least in higher quality, Gene, Team Spino, you guys are doing great with this. Every iteration of the demo so far has been wonderful, has been great. There are still some critiques, which, yes, I'll be putting in, but overall, you guys have improved the quality so well. In the starting arena, where you first spawn in, great. Let me know if you guys want more voice actors. Please, I would love to voice act for y'all. Please. Please, I beg you. Let me voice act for this game. I would love this game. I mean, I would play it. If you guys get popular enough to like start sponsoring people, please sponsor me. I'm usually not into Souls-like games. This is one I can make an exception for. Well, this and Death's Door, but still, the point being, this is such a beautiful game, and I see the inklings of story that you guys are developing here. I cannot wait to see what this turns into. Let's watch the end, shall we? Aww, no credits. Thank you for playing. Please wishlist DinoBlade on their Steam review page. Well, everybody, folks, that is the end of the DinoBlade demo, at least for now. Alright, it's not going to let me explore with the new sword. So, I will mark that as the end of the DinoBlade demo. Update 2. But yeah, I will find a way, come hell or high water, to buy this game the day it launches properly. And again, the setting is beautiful. The quality is excellent. Like, I think the only other AAA game that I've seen that has equivalent, if not better quality, that I've seen in recent times is Silent Hill Requiem. True, some things could use a bit of a touch-up, but that's just me. Overall, though, Gene, Team Spino, you guys, you've got yourselves a hell of a game. And it's only just the demo with 3 proper bosses in it. Just so that way I could have a solid block of my critiques here. So, 1, group your sounds into different sliders if you have to. Have the master volume, of course, but have your attack effects, attack or defense effects, like anything to do with me pressing a button to attack or defend from an enemy, and similarly for the enemies themselves on their own slider. Ambience, like for the waterfalls, or if there's any other environmental effect, I'd recommend having a separate slider for that. And then finally, a slider for cutscenes. As everybody should know from my previous video on this and from tonight's demonstration, of course, Kase used to have a very big, very loud, like inappropriately loud boom sound whenever the pallet was summoned. I'm going to call it a pallet because I don't know what else to call it, but the fat sword. Whenever the pallet was summoned, it would go boom at about 30 decibels louder than it should have been. The only reason I recognized that value is because that's what I had to subtract it by in post while I was editing the first video down. So, master volume, creature effects, attack or defend effects, and then ambience. You could potentially group cutscenes in with creature effects because all that. Let's see. My second thing was make sure, just for the sake of convenience and as a quality of life feature. Second thing I would like to see added in is if you are changing the language of the UI, make sure that you have either a confirmation dialogue before saving the options, saying, hey, are you sure you want to switch to Spanish? Or are you sure you want to switch to French? Or if you have already switched the language by accident, keep a dialogue up that's asking, do you want to keep this and have it on like a 30-second timer before it reverts back to the old language? Something like that. Just some sort of way to immediately reverse or confirm before changing the actual language. And then finally, there was a bug. Apparently, either the pause menu or the attribute menu, and I'm not sure if this is intentional, but whenever a menu is up, exiting the menu does not work as intended. And as far as I've experienced tonight, what I've seen happen so far kind of aligns with the other Souls-likes, where it's not necessarily a pause menu, but your inventory, quote unquote inventory, but the game still runs when the menu is active. My personal opinion on how it should be handled is if you are going into your attributes or upgrading your specials, if you're doing that, the game should be paused, or the player character should be denied movement while the menu is up, at least in some way, shape, or form. But overall, just like the first version of the demo, everything was wonderful. After I reconfigured my controls, of course, to something that logically worked in my head, I was able to get through this in just over 2 hours. But otherwise, Team Spino, Gene, and the rest of you guys working on this wonderful game, keep pushing. You guys are iterating so fast that very few AAA studios have been able to pull off this kind of thing. So keep going with it, make it a full game, and just watch people flock to it. The only thing I ask is if you guys decide to include any kind of DLC outside of like an album for the music or a concept art book or something like that, if you guys plan on doing like expansion DLC for the game, either make it a regular free update or turn it into something that is worth paying money for. I'm not for microtransactions, but I am willing to pay for an update, pay for a DLC, as long as it is something that expands the content. You guys deserve the money at this point. So please keep running with it.